Funeral Concierge is like a personal assistant, helping families every step of the way. We're available 24/7, 365 days a year to help and guide the family through the worst time in their lives. We can help them arrange and plan funerals, or we can simply just be there to answer any questions they may have about funeral planning. So you'd probably go to your local funeral directors in your local town high street, and then you would buy a funeral from them at your time of need. Whereas if you've got a funeral plan, you've kind of already thought about what you wanted, so you're somewhat in control, and you've bought it at the price that you would buy it at today. You might not die for another 20 years, so you get it at today's price. Whereas if you wait until the time of need, and then you go into your local high street funeral directors, purchase a funeral, you're going to pay it the price that they're charging at that time. So that's the difference really in being a bit more prepared with a funeral plan, as opposed to it's just happened and I'm going into a local funeral directors and I don't really know what I want, and I might be making a lot of emotive purchases that I don't necessarily need. So yeah, there's somewhat, you kind of lose some control there really. And then what Everest Funeral Concierge does is we would look across all providers, so we are not biased. You know, we work with all funeral directors, cemeteries, crematoriums in the country. So we look at all the market has to offer, and then we can empower the family to make some well thought out decisions. So at the time of need, a family can call into our helpline and a dedicated advisor will be assigned to them, and they will be with that family throughout the whole journey as long as they need them. They can do as much or as little as they would like them to. As long as it is legal and achievable, they are able to help them. Everest have a suite of planning tools, starting with a basic 10 key decisions document, which is really 10 really simple questions, such as, do you want to be buried or cremated? Do you have a preference on a funeral director? Do you know what crematorium or cemetery you want to go to? Really basic questions that are really going to help your family when the time comes and they need to arrange a funeral. We also have a will prep function, and it's really user friendly, where you can go on, answer a series of questions and create a will within less than 10 minutes. And then we also have a comparison site where you can put in your postcode and a radius of where you live, and it will show you all the funeral directors in your local vicinity and give you their prices. We also have the Tenzin, which is a digital online vault, cloud-based, where you can upload all your documents. So you can upload your 10 key wishes, you can upload your will prep, you can also upload things like bank PIN numbers, Facebook password. You know, that's a real big one, because I've had stories before where when someone's died, you don't know someone's Facebook password, so they can't get into it to cancel it down, and it really upsets people when it keeps coming up on the memories. And then you can also go on to things like storing photos in there, or you might want to write letters to your loved ones and store them in the digital cloud-based vault. And then when the time comes and you sadly pass away, your designee, they can then gain access to that vault. So it's really kind of taking control of the admin and putting it all in one place where it's secure. Everest Funeral Concierge helps families leave a legacy for those left behind through their suite of planning tools. Everest Funeral Concierge cover 25 million lives in the US and Canada. In 2022, they came to the UK to launch exclusively with MetLife. We don't have any funeral concierge services anywhere else in the UK, so this is a completely unique concept. We are completely on the side of the customer, and we will be guiding and advising them on the best decisions for them. We can help families anywhere in the world, whether that be if somebody dies abroad and we need to bring them back to the UK, or if a non-UK national dies and they want to go back to their home country. We can assist the family with planning the repatriation of their loved ones anywhere in the world.